Luminex Launchpad is launching another BRC20 token tomorrow, and people are asking me, is this token going to do the same amount of gains as OXBT? We got that answer for you in this live stream. Also, we're going to be sharing with you guys Unisat.io marketplace, which is now supporting .sats domains. But we're going to show you guys how to list, sell, and most importantly, make those conversions so you can bank that coin. We got all those answers for you in this live stream of Francis Dhun Uncensored.
Francis Dhun Uncensored.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You know how we do it around here. We got tomorrow's newspapers today. There is a hot BRC20 token that will be launched on the Luminex Launchpad tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. for those who are lucky enough to be whitelisted. And if you are lucky enough to be a Sats Hunters Ordinal Collection member or holder, you probably got a shot at getting a whitelist spot at that particular project. We're talking about the ticker PSAT, which is the Satoshi Punks Ordinal Collection. Guys, this is big shit. This is the new talk of the town. You guys saw what OXBT did on Luminex. Is this going to do the same thing? Well, I'm going to tell you guys what I think about all of this, and I'm pretty bullish on this particular project. Once again, we're joined by my co-host himself, Devis.
Hi, everyone. Happy to be here. Let's kick off another one. Nice topic to talk about today.
Absolutely, absolutely, Dev. Let's get right to it, Dev. I'm going to share my screen first. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel so you don't miss out on alpha like this. Guys, let's get right to it. They just conducted a space, by the way. I wasn't able to join, but nonetheless, let's cover this here. So, guys, this is Luminex's Twitter page here. This is where they announced this. So here, hey, Lumens, brace yourselves. Satoshi Punks NFT is launching PSATs on Luminex June 2nd, 9:30 a.m. Okay, so literally that's less than 24 hours from now. Okay, that is tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Follow us and switch on those notifications for whitelist spots giveaways. They scroll down. If we go through this comment section, people are just, people are drooling here. I truly believe, Dev, that this is going to give gains to people that they're going to be laughing to the bank. They're going to be smiling so hard from ear to ear, they'll be able to eat a banana sideways. I believe this very well might be able to give more flips than an acrobat at the Olympics. But how much flips will that make? Well, I don't know. I guess we'll find out tomorrow, but I'll tell you guys what my take is on that. Okay? For those of you who don't know who Satoshi Punks is, well, here you go. They do have a nice following of about, 31,000 followers. Okay? Their ordinal collection this is very impressive to me. Okay? You guys know I don't really mess with much art, especially art that's like past like 100K. If you're under 100K, if you're under 50K, if you're under 10K inscriptions, right? That number, under 1,000, I'm all for that. But when we go past 100K, better have utility, or you better be an already recognized brand. Drop in your second or third sort of ordinal project, then I'll look at you for sure. Okay, guys, so there you go. A very prestigious under 100K, 31,000 followers. Great brand, great name, Satoshi Punks, Bitcoin Punks. Get it? There we go. Okay, this is the talk of town right now, guys. This is their website. We're talking about SatoshiPunks.art, ladies and gentlemen. If you're into the art, come on over here, take a look, and get familiar with the project. This is what the BRC20 space and ordinal space is most certainly talking about right now, okay? Let's move on over here. So again, this is Luminex's Twitter page. You'll find much more, in real time information here. Okay, their following is growing. Like, I expect this, like, right now, guys, it's all about the launch pads. And anybody who experienced DeFi summer 2 years ago on Ethereum knows launch pads started to boom. If you guys were following me, say about when it was in about late February, well, early March, right? I was telling you guys, when this becomes something, when it draws interest, right? Entrepreneurs like the Luminexes of the world, like the Ordinal Wallets of the world, like the Francis Dhuns of the world are going to start to build infrastructure. When you start to build infrastructure, now that interest and that market you have garnered, right, from people, they flock to that, and that's where they blow up, right? So again, I expect Luminex to blow the heck up. Especially if you're like me and you believe in Bitcoin DeFi is a real thing, and that's going to pop off in a matter of months. I believe Bitcoin DeFi is going to happen sometime in like July or August, maybe before this summer for sure, in my humble opinion. Okay, nothing's for sure, but you know what I mean. I have some strong conviction when it comes to that. Okay, so these guys are going to grow. I got my eye on them. I wasn't able to make it to their space. I was doing other things just before this stream. This is also their website, right? You can come on over to the Launchpad section, check it out. I'm sure most of you might be already familiar with this, maybe not, I don't know, but just get familiar. Come on over here. And they did announce some information as well in their space in regards to the timelines, guys, which should be here. Okay. Well, you know how the saying goes, so you guys know how the saying goes, right? This is the announcement. Deb, do you know what I'm going to say? You guys know how the saying goes. Here's the announcement. Dev, can you take a guess?
The announcement of the announcement?
No. But if you heard the announcement before the announcement is late, chances are, if you heard the announcement when the announcement was made, chances are your ass is too late. But I don't think
that's correct.
Yeah. But anyhow, the announcement has been made. We're launching on Luminex at 9:30 a.m. June 2nd Eastern Standard Time. Round 1, Satoshi Punk holders, 9:30 to 10:30, okay? So I believe this is for the people who got Satoshi Punk holders, right? So that's for them, their community, okay? Makes sense. Priority list, which that should be the whitelist, right? 10:30 to 1:30, allow list, and then the public round is in the nighttime. So that's like a whole day of like tailgating, you know? It's like when people go to the NFL game or the soccer game, while they're up early tailgating in the parking lot, you got a whole day from fucking 9:30 a.m. all the way up to 7:30 to get your game on over here, guys, all right? And I think most people will be coming in round 4 in the public round area here, which is 7:30. Okay. Let me see who we got in the live chat. And we'll take some questions in regards to Luminex, in regards to the BRC20 token. And if you guys want to know my take, let me know, Dev. Do we have any questions there right now? We do have some people here. Everything's good, guys. How we doing today?
Do have a question, but before I just wanted to answer this question. I was on the space actually with Luminex and the Punk NFT, and they was disclosing that they have around 6 million from the Luminex Launchpad, and but they didn't disclose how many token is going to be available for the public mint. Although there were multiple people asking quite rigorously about the amount of this token, but no disclosure on that, so we don't know how much is going to be available for the people that they would be waiting for the public. So we're going to see how it's going to go.
Yeah. It'll be interesting, but this is what I would say, right? As long as they're able to serve the public, I think there's look at OXBT. I don't know what the metrics was behind that, but people were pretty satisfied with that. And I would just say as long as Luminex could have a UX friendly, UI friendly experience, that's what is the first step that matters. There's another launchpad out there that didn't is a little bit of a mess. And I just want to say that has nothing to do with, Pixel Memes, right? That has everything to do with the actual Launchpad. He doesn't control the infrastructure there. He didn't develop it. That's not his software. But yeah, so I just want to say that what's it called? ORDKIT, they're not the greatest. And people they really loved what happened with getting OXBT, right? Through Luminex. So yeah, I think it'll be a similar experience over there too.
Again, I think about Luminex, they had one launch. So we'll see down the line, but apparently they're very good. The experience with OXBT has been great. So we'll see tomorrow how it's gonna be with them.
Yeah, no, I mean, what you call it? They did OXBT, and now they're doing this. This is their second, and I got an announcement to make right now as well. I actually would be conducting a live stream tomorrow with another project going on Luminex. Okay, the project owner of that. Tomorrow, I believe at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, if you guys, we might have some whitelist available there too. So make sure you join us live. You got to be there live, okay? That just came to mind right now. I forgot to mention that earlier. So I don't know if it's the 3rd or the 4th or the 5th, but it is confirmed this project is going live on Luminex. Again, I would have to guess it's maybe the 3rd or the 4th one to do it. It is happening this month, right? I forget the exact date. But yeah, stay tuned tomorrow. You guys will find out all that information from the horse's mouth itself. Okay, the guy who the creator of the project. Okay, so we do have Sexy Dutchman says, yo, what up, Sexy Dutchman? How is your .sats domains hunting going? Let me know. CryptoList says, smash the like buttons, everyone. Unisat under maintenance. Oh my God, for real? And that's exactly where we're about to go to next. Unisat. What you going to say, Dev? Go ahead. You're gonna say something?
No, exactly. It's crazy how many times Unisat has as maintenance. I mean, we understand this is a new technology and everything, but between the wallet and the platform, it's every day and not. I mean, it's crazy. Even today, we was covering something about Unisat marketplace, but we can't because
Yeah.
it's in maintenance. So.
Yeah, I can still show some things though, right? We're talking about .sats domains, and I think a lot of people are in this space, right? We're here to make some money, and I think a lot of people are doing the opposite. They're losing money because they're thinking they're getting these domains and they're not verified. I've already made a video on that, so I'm not going to really cover that per se, but I definitely want to cover some things on showing you guys how, you know, what you should look for, how to list it on Unisat, and what is currently being sold right now as well. So let us carry on with that information. Actually, you know what? Let me tell you what I think this project is going to do first. So what did OXBT do? It's something like an 80x. It was almost 100x, right? I don't think it quite did 100x. So let's call it 80x. Now, when you look at OXBT, what's the difference between that and this, right? Well, let's first look at the similarities. The commonalities are it's going on Luminex. Okay, that's that. BRC20 token. It's coming from, let's call it a brand, right? And I believe that's where the similarities pretty much end. Now, the differences now is what really stands out the most to me. Now, this gentleman, BitGod, did quite the road tour, is what I like to call it. You know, he did a lot of spaces. It was a great promotional campaign, right? I think the guy, you know, he made his Twitter account, and literally in just under a month or just over a month, it went over 100K. Madness. That probably has to be the most amount of followers in a short period of time, in a 30-day span. I'm guessing, maybe not. But my point is, he did do a huge campaign, and he got a lot of hype, okay? Now, should we expect the same thing just because it's coming from Luminex? I wouldn't necessarily say the same thing. I could be wrong here. Maybe it does do better because a lot of people knew that it did good, right? The first one, so now they want to get into the second one. And now you're creating demand, and demand is what normally drives up prices, right? So yes, you could argue that could be the case, but I'm led to believe this could do something like around, let's do like about a 30 to a 50x or something like that is what I'm thinking. Anything after that is gravy, you know, is cherry on the cake. But you know, even if it does a 10x, man, we're still laughing to the bank, smiling, eating a banana sideways. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Absolutely. And touching about PSAT and the launch of tomorrow, I would like to underline the fact that our guys from SAT Hunters, the ordinals, who hold the ordinals inscription, actually got whitelisted. So if you're still without any ordinals yourself, the results still available there, and we are dropping now and then great project and alpha calls inside the private group. So don't forget to join our Discord channels and, you know, grab yourself ordinals, because ordinals doesn't bring you only whitelist and alpha, but it will bring you also a lot of utility while our product is going to be launched and finish it. So
yeah, so essentially what we were doing, we gave some whitelist spots to our SATS Hunters community members. They're pretty grateful for that. And we also gave away one on the SATS Hunters Twitter account and also another one on my Twitter account. So if you're not following me on Twitter, you might want to do that. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more of these, you know, bullish times to come, whitelist opportunities for you guys, right? But once again, how do you get that? The odds are kind of somewhat against you if you're just on Twitter, but if you're an ordinal member, the odds are definitely in your favor. It adds up where you're going to get a more likely chance of getting into those things. Okay, guys. We do have I saw a commenter from Easy Cake. He says, greeting Francis, BTC fam, awesome stuff. How's it going, Billy? I see Billy here as well. Okay, so that's what I think. I think it's going to still do great, man. Come on, we're talking about what, 30 to 50x in the bear market? In the bear market? Who's complaining about that? Come on now, man. Right? Don't get spoiled now. Okay, so that's all I got on the Luminex thing, right, guys? For those who are now joining, let me go right here. I'll just show you guys these dates one more time, okay? So this is tomorrow, 9:30 a.m., okay? That's for if you are a Satoshi Punk holder. Round 2, priority list, okay? Those are people who got whitelisted, okay? So that should be our community members and the lucky winners on Twitter. Okay, round 3 is allow list. I don't know what that means, but if you're in that category, it starts at 1:30. Public round, and the majority of the people is at 7:30. Now, let's get to money. Like, this is what I tell you guys, bro. It's like, bro, I have to repeat this, okay? I just have to. We're about gains on this channel. We're about gains in the right way on this channel. We're about giving people opportunities that I get on this channel. As I said in the past, when everybody else is talking about FTX FUD, right? Making your brain afraid. It's almost like what the media does. They purposely give us negative news to make us, our brains, like, you know, in this dark place where we can't be normal, where we can't be happy. That's what you guys are going after. When you guys are talking about FTX, that's doing nothing for your dreams. That's not building your dreams. As I said, the only X I talk about over here is, Dev?
100X.
Exactly. That's all we talk about here. We don't got time about FTX. We don't got time about, you know, YouTubers being sued and shit that's trending on Twitter. We got time for that, bro. We're too busy. The cash keeps doubling. Who got time for that? So let's get to the program. Here's where it's at, boy. Let me just take Dev off for a sec, though. I know you guys wasting time watching fucking Sam Bankman-Fried news and back in those days, bro. We were busy looking for these gems, which we found them, as you can see right here. This one's more, I think. Is it this one? No, this one. As you can see right here. What the hell? Forget this. This is freaking whack. It's Satoshi. But yeah, Harry Wall's still kind of messed up. The good thing is, though, I could send them out. I got more than this, but like they get scattered in all these different wallets. It is what it is. Okay, so let's start this off, guys. So what type of .sats domains are there? And I just made a little short list here I'll share with you guys, okay? These are the more common ones, right? You have personal .sats domains, like a Francis, like a Bob, like a Joe, so on and so forth, right? That's very personal. You got branded. We're talking about like any sort of like businesses, any sort of influencer, right? Those are valuable, okay? Any known figure in the space, right? These ones are performing very, very, very well right here. The 2, 3, 4, 5 digit domain names, okay? Apparently, word on the street is mathematically they're all gone. Okay, I'm not too sure about the 5 digit, but I know the 2, 3, 4 coming from a Chinaman. Them Chinaman know their math. They were telling me that how those 2, 3, 4 digits are covered on all angles, right? If you try to mix them up, 1, 5, 3, blah, 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 8, 1, 2, they're gone. Okay, and then we have the cultural sort of like, you know, .sats domains like stack the sats, right? That's a very, you know, known saying. You know, you got to stack the sats, right? HODL, right? FUD, you know, buy the dip, sell the rip. I don't freaking know, you know, shit like that. Okay, some people value that kind of stuff. Okay, so I just want to share with you guys, and it's so weird how it's showing less here now, messed up. Anyhow, I'll find them later. But I just want to show you guys what I was after. So let me just kind of go like this, and this is the Explorer here. You guys know Leia. You guys know Leia, right? Leia Halpern. Well, there you go. Leia.sats. I think I even got Leia Halpern too, right? She has like 400K subs or something like that. Probably more now. Haven't checked her out in a while. You know, she's this Bitcoin figure. Now she's like an Andrew Tate cheerleader or something, or just because he was trending. I don't know. Like again, with those bigger influencers, they chase the trend. We set the trends. But anyhow, that's not what this stream is about. Yeah, so I got hers, right? So that's more branded. And I was going after the branded ones, not so much the low digit numbers. Maybe that was a mistake on my end. But I just feel as though the low digit ones right now are selling for like, what was it, Dev? Do you have the list in front of you? I think it was something like 6,000. You can repeat that as I go over this in the background. I don't really have it on me. But some sold for 12,000, 6, 5, 3, 2, so on and so forth. But for me, man, you go one of these. If you could sell one of these to the right person, like say Leia wants us when this thing blows up. Let's just say that .sats domains now allows you to, you know, build a website on there, a real decentralized domain on there now. This thing is fully functional. Everybody has theirs, right? And you get the right brand, like a Leia. Well, there's bigger brands than that. You're going to get one of these alone could make up for like about, you know, 20 of those little low digit ones selling for like 5K, 6K, 7K and all that kind of stuff, right? Because people are going to want that. Okay, so I was targeting that. Okay, who else do I got here? This is the Moon Carl. I got his shit too. And I kind of covered him, you know, I covered all angles. I got the Moon Carl the Moon, all this shit, right? I looked at his Twitter handle and I saw what it was. And then I made sure, okay, what's his YouTube handle? Because now you got handles on YouTube. And I didn't want to go with what I think it was. I got to make sure exactly what it was on YouTube and on Twitter. And then I went to search that on Unisat to make sure it was available. Sure enough, it was. Then I went to inscribe. And why did I choose a guy like him? Well, that broski got some moolah, right? He got some moolah. So it's no sense going after somebody who's broke, who can't pay you for this shit. You know what I mean? Then you're going to have to find degenerates on the marketplace that's just going to want to buy it for trading's sake. And that's not what we're about here. We're not just about investing. That's one half of it. We're about converting, right? It's about conversions. Invest and then sell. Or else it's not called investing. It's just called getting married. We don't do that here. Okay, so we went over those. What's up, Dev? You want to say something?
Yeah, no, just to cover the top sales of on so far. The O.sats sold for 0.51, 14K. The 8.sats sold for 13.5K. Mr. Point.sat sold for 13.5K. So those are the top sales so far.
Interesting. Yeah. What about those double digits, like the 2-unit digits? Do you have that in front of you, or it's okay if you don't?
Yeah, no,
That's
no,
fine. That's
you
fine. Go
can
ahead.
grab it. We'll just grab it.
That's fine. Okay, so something for me, like, see this here now? You guys probably, oh shit, no, yeah. Well, this is another one. So this is CoinDesk, okay? CoinDesk.sats, bro, okay? I'm targeting publications, okay? It's relevant to crypto, and they got all kinds of money. CoinDesk.com is the longest serving Bitcoin cryptocurrency media outlet to date. It predates Cointelegraph. They got money. Trust me, they would want this, okay? So that's what I went after. I targeted certain brands that I know will pay for this. Well, I can't say that I know, but it has a high percentage of actually paying for this, okay? That's a corporation pretty much. They got money, bro. See what I'm saying, okay? Now, let me give you another example, right? This is something that I value the most out of any single one that I got, even more so than Francis.sats, okay? Excuse me. Okay? That is taproot.sats. To me, this is the holy grail of all .sats domains. Do you know why? Because if it wasn't for the Taproot upgrade, this will never be possible. So Taproot.sats, in my opinion, is the ultimate trophy. But again, that is subjective. But again, I mean, let's be honest here. It should be the consensus. If it wasn't for Taproot, if it wasn't for Segwit and those two things combined, we would not be here sitting down talking about making gains possibly tomorrow, fucking 50x. See what I'm saying? So we gotta appreciate that shit. Taproot.sats. That's my trophy one. I'll probably never ever sell that. You know what? I might even give it to the guy who upgraded Taproot. Could you guys find me that geek? That blockchain dev who did that? Please, I gotta give him this. I don't deserve it. He does. What else we got here? Another moon one. This is mine. This is Francis.sats. This is Cointelegraph.sats. You guys saw that I listed this one, right? They got money too. You see what I'm saying, right? So I was targeting, for the most part, these sort of like, brands. I got Michael Saylor here too as well. I went for Metaverse. Oh, that's Metaverse Landlord. Of course. Nobody's going to get my brand. You know, you ain't going to get mine. I'm going to get yours, right? So I have to cover my ass over there. What else do I have I can share with you guys? So I think this guy is a Bitcoin Maximus, Mike Novogratz. Go check him out on Twitter right now. Put in Mike Novogratz. I think he got about 400K subs, something like that. He's pretty popular. And he got money. So my point here is, make sure, like, you just don't go after any and anything. Do some research. See what makes a .sats domains, or a domain rather, digital property valuable. Make sure it's there on Unisat by coming on over here. Right? Well, coming on, not here. Not here. But hold on. Let me refresh and see it. Okay, we're still screwed. So I can't show you guys how to actually list this, but I can show you other things, I hope. If... Could I exit? I can't even exit. Subscribe. I can't even search for you guys now. But there's a search tab here. You guys should know I can't click it. It's being blocked. When you just search whatever sats you're looking for. If you're looking for a Joe Blow, and then .sats or whatever. Oh, here we go. Show you guys, right? So you come over here, you search for the name ABC, whatever. Imagine if that's there, bro. Yo, bro, ABC is there. Okay, no, network either. Dude, that actually would be a good one. People want low digit ones. Yep. Guys, ABC might be there. Oh, I think their system is broken.
I don't think so.
Dude, imagine it's there. Yeah, network error. So nothing's working on Unisat's end right now, which is extremely, extremely, extremely unfortunate. Because I would have showed you guys how. I got my son's name, Julian. I got my daughter's name, Melrose. Right? I took this serious. And guys, like, when this is my daughter's name, Melrose, right? Look at this. Look, yo, bro. Do you know anybody that was inscribing .sats domains on February 26th?
Yeah, good luck.
I'm just saying. Are you subscribed to the right channel? And yes, I love to toot my own horn. Who else is going to do it for me? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? This is something that, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. If you guys were subscribed, you guys would have been on this, bandwagon as well. Let's go over here. And as a matter of fact, I actually saw it. Where is it? There. Look at these ones. So let's go right here to this guy. which is Michael Saylor, I think. Oh shoot, not send. There. Yeah, Michael Saylor. What's the date on this? Okay, the 25th. So the day before. And man, I had to do something that day. I could have got a lot more valuable sats domains then. Okay, do we have any questions? And again, I was going to show you guys the marketplace. Yeah, I'll get to that just now. Yeah, I was going to show you guys the marketplace, but man, it's going to cut my stream short. So what's the questions that we got?
Yeah, so we have one question from Joshua Robert. Where do you recommend listing your .sats domain? Just Unisat or any other?
Yeah, good question. I would say, sorry, what's his name? Joshua?
Yep.
Yeah, Joshua, I would say Ordinals Wallet and Unisat right now. Even OrdSwap, I would go with OrdSwap, those three. But if I had to choose one, I would say Unisat for now. You know, Unisat is the go-to, man. They really made a good name for themselves, a good reputation. Remember, they're partnering with Huobi and what's the other Chinese exchange? Another big one there. I think it's OKEX. OKEX, right? Mm-hmm. And they're in China, so that makes sense, right? They got that Chinese connection going on already. So, man, listen, when it comes to crypto and these Chinese, they know what they're doing. I got to give them that. So I would say those three. And I think that's where the most volume is going to come, right? Unisat's Chinese. That's a big following over there. Who do you think's buying all these .sats domains? It's the Chinese people. The majority is them.
Chinese army.
They believe in like lucky fucking numbers and shit. You know, they're talking about lucky numbers. That's why they're buying these weird, strange, like double-digit things. It's them. It's the Chinese guys. So yeah, Unisat's probably your best bet, because if you're asking the question, where should I list? Because you probably want to sell, right? Well, where's the most conversions coming from? I don't want to say it's this because I didn't look at the analytics, but if I had to place a bet blindly, and we can find that out, not on the fly. It might take, you know, I'll do that offline. But I would say Unisat has the most volume of sales for that, you know? So yeah, Unisat's the place to go.
Yeah, there is also Magic Eden, but again...
Yeah, Magic Eden, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Like, I would say this. Sorry, Dev. I would say this, Joshua. Whatever, like, this is what I would do, right? Whatever is your main, your nice, like, the one that you love the most that you think you could sell, post that on Unisat. And any other ones that are still good, but not the one that you value the most, put that on Ordinals Wallet, Magic Eden. Magic Eden arguably could be the top two in some people's eyes. I just like Magic Eden's experience, you know, syncing in my wallet and then trading in a decentralized way. I really like it like that. So, and the UI too is pretty smooth. So it's up to you. But if you're talking about conversions, I think Unisat's the spot. And then Ordinals Wallet.
I just wish that they would add the betting side, that you can actually, you know, not betting, but you can actually throw your like how do you say on OpenSea, that you can actually put your price, you know. You actually agree for the price.
Yeah, the bidding. Yeah, bidding. Yeah.
Yes, that's
that's true. Yeah.
Opinion.
So OrdSwap. No, that's a very good point, Dev. Thanks for bringing that up. So listen, man, OrdSwap claims they're going to be doing that soon, and that's what we need, right? So for example, right, I have Cointelegraph.sats, first one to do that, right? I think that's a valuable one when it's all said and done. Let's just say I thought it was worth 1 Bitcoin, half a Bitcoin, whatever, 0.25 Bitcoin. I posted that, and then you got Cointelegraph or whoever else wants to come bid it up, and they said, you know what, I think it's worth 0.2. Well, I might be able to walk away or to set me back 0.05 Bitcoin, whatever, and go with the 0.2, you know, and take the bid. And yeah, so that's something that's going to be needed. We need bids for sure in this.
Yeah, or better say offer, so you can actually place your offer.
Yeah, or offer or something like OpenSea. But again, OpenSea operates off of smart contracts. People are talking about these partially signed transactions too that could work in some form of a smart contract on Bitcoin, which is true. And I think that's how Magic Eden's able to do it. So maybe they incorporate something like that as well. But yeah, Unisat, look, man, they got a very good filter system there on the left. You could filter, at least it's the best right now. There's a lot more improvements that has to be taking place, but it's still the best right now. I'm just trying to tell them to add a brand section. Like, for these marketplaces, what do you guys want? You guys want fees, right? Well, if you want fees, the brands are going to be worth the most, in my opinion. You know, yes, listen, the single letters, yes, that's cool and all, but buddy, if like Michael Saylor, he owns Michael.com. You own Michael.sats. You don't think he's going to want to get that? And he's this big Bitcoin guy. He doesn't want Michael.sats. Come on, bro. And he's willing to pay a fucking arm and a leg for that. So I feel as though they need to add that if they want to make money, right? If these marketplaces want fees, you need to add brands. That's going to give you the most, because it could potentially sell for 10 Bitcoin, the right one, you know? So yeah.
Yeah, there is also worth to mention that there is a limit, right? 1 BTC for now on Unisat.
That's correct. So I think they have that limit. Unisat we're talking about here. The limit is 100 million Satoshis, which is 1 Bitcoin. And I think that is the case because remember when they first introduced the marketplace, they had double spending, right?
Yeah.
The double spending was an issue. So I feel as though they say, hey, look, since we just added this new market here, let's take our times and, you know, we'll just limit them to 1 Bitcoin. So yeah, that's true. I mean, like, if you want to, like, if you think your .sats domain is worth more than 1 Bitcoin, then Unisat's not the marketplace for you. You might want to, you know, entertain Ordinals wallet, which I don't think has any limits of any description.
Yeah, there is another question from Jay Smith. Francis, can you sell the same .sats domain on multiple marketplace?
Very good question, man. You know what's so strange, guys? Let me share my screen again. Okay, so look at this. Well, you guys already saw it, right? I think this was the one, Cointelegraph. Okay, so Hire Wallet tells me that... Oh, no, did I list this one? I didn't. Okay, never mind. But I could have sworn I saw Pulsechain still here, and I sent Pulsechain over, right, to Unisat, right? But no, it has to be there. But anyways, I don't think you can right now, but I would love to see that happen. And the only way that could happen is, like, it has to be in your wallet. So how Magic Eden does it, right? These other marketplaces will have to do it like that. It has to be in your wallet and synced in and sort of like automates itself. But I don't think it's possible right now. I would love to see that too, though. Whoever asked that question, very good question. I would love to see that too. It actually crossed my mind. That would help us out a lot. And again, guys, like, this is very early. And I know that sounds so cliche, but it's true. It's extremely early. And, you know, these other features will improve. The UX, the UI will improve, right? Just give it some time. But as for now, this is what we're dealing with, and you can still make money with it. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. I also got eToro. I should tag them. See? So I'm right here, eToro. So I'm targeting, like, eToro is probably, they made over $1 billion already, right? The number of years they've been in crypto.
Oh, yeah.
They got money for this, bro. eToro, 5 letters, probably a little bit too long. You know, that's like the maximum for somebody, right, who wanted a short form name. But this is a brand. I'm targeting the brand. I even got, look, I got Robinhood here too. Dev, yeah, right there, Robinhood right here. Okay? Robinhood, the exchange, right? Did they go bankrupt? I think they did. Did they? I hope not. Then they got no money, because that defies the whole purpose. I'm like, they got money. So, right? It's a $1 billion exchange. They got money. So, yeah, they're $1 billion exchange. I'm going after them. Oh, shit, they went bankrupt. So I guess not. They're like, you can keep it. All good. I also got Kathy Wood, right? And the president. So again, it's not about me. I got Ivan on tech. He's going to have to pay top dollar for this. That's for Sheezy. I got Wendy O. I don't got none with her. I might give it to her. We'll see. BitBoy. I got, what's this one here? This is like a send me sats. Get it? Send me .sats. Some people, oh shit, you guys can see. Some people might like this. Send me .sats, right? So if they want to, like, somebody, like their friend wants to send them Bitcoin, yo, what's your address? Send me .sats. Send me sats. Easy to remember. Okay? So shit like that is what people are valuing. Okay, guys? And that's what you want to go after. I hope that makes sense. Please, ask me any questions. I am at your service right now for the next little bit, 20 minutes or so. Let me know.
There is Wilmer Fuentes that is say, yes, you can actually list the same .sats domain, at least for what he say. He say, I listed on Unisat and ordinals. Ordinals wallet, I presume.
Yeah. So in my how to list or how to sell on Ordinals wallet, I didn't know they had that sync function at the time. I know Magic Eden has it. I wasn't aware of Ordinals wallet. And to be honest, I don't really use Ordinals wallet that often. Why? Because they're known for the art, and I already explained to you guys, I only value anything that's under 100K, 50K, 10K inscription number. So I wasn't really dinking around with them too much there. I was on Unisat spending my time there banking coin. So yeah, if that's the case where you could sync it in, then it goes back to what I just said. Ordinals wallet does it, and the other exchange, so it's possible. Thank you so much for that, Alpha, to our viewer who mentioned that. Really appreciate that. I'm gonna freaking do that right now after this stream. I'm gonna list it everywhere, bro.
Yeah, of course you increase the exposure. Jay Smith, he just wanna tell you if these domains that he has. I have Hollywood.sats, Lysol.sats, Deer Park.sats. Are good domains, this one?
Hollywood.sats.
It's just.
Unless you find some sort of Bitcoin fanatic that lives in Hollywood, maybe, which I don't think so. Those people are already rich in the legacy world. So, you know, it depends, man. Like, that's a little bit subjective. Hollywood isn't bad. It isn't bad. It just depends on if somebody values it, right? And this is why I say, to me, and I got to go back to this, why branded ones are the best. Because that is valuable to that person. If somebody owned my Francis.sats, I would want that. I would pay for it. Like, me personally, I would pay for it. You know, and especially if you got money, it's not going to hurt you. Like those big influencers that should have money. Sometimes they got more numbers in their subscription freaking count than they do in their bank account or their MetaMask. So maybe they don't have money. You know what I mean? But yeah, I still feel the branded ones are the best.
Yeah, MetaMask has a question. Francis, how much do they sell the 3-digit sats, including the sub-zero 3 digits?
They sell that for, sorry guys.
Well, wait,
yeah.
I do have.
So it depends, yeah. So I did see one sold for 6,000 and something, right? But again, it depends on what numbers are the 2 digits, right? That's the thing, MetaMask. I think there was one 02 sold for something like that, like 5,000, 6,000.
Yeah, so this is the last top 24-hour sale. So the 2-digit 29, it was sold at 8K, 99 at 6.7K, 41.sats was sold by 5.4, and 333.sats was sold for 3.
Oh, there we go. I want to show you guys something here too. So, take a look at this. Let me just take Dev off for a quick second. Okay, so right here, who is this? This was right after the World Cup. Lionel Messi. Why would anybody want Lionel Messi.sats, right? He's revered as the world's, you know, the best soccer player that ever lived or something like that, or football player, whatever, right? But this is why. Because Lionel Messi partners with BitGet, which is probably a scam when it's all said and done, okay? The centralized exchange. You know why? Because it's, and this is me thinking right now, it's probably a scam. Why? Because BitBoy's promoting it, right? So it's probably a scam. But I went for him because he partnered with them over there. Maybe one day it might be worth something, I don't know. And I also got these guys, the same centralized exchange, BitGet, just for, you know, for Pete's sakes. At that time, I saw it and it makes sense, and it clicked in, and I went to inscribe, right? So those are the things that I'm going after. Oh yeah, this Mila girl. This is the Mila.sats. You know who that is? That's the girl from That 70s Show with Ashton Kutcher. They're like Bitcoin fanatics, apparently. I didn't know that. Right? They were talking about Bitcoin. They were doing like a live stream on Twitter, not Twitter, on YouTube or something, and they were tweeting about it. Google it right now. Mila Bitcoin Ashton Kutcher. It's going to come up. Right? Well, we all know how these celebrities FOMOed into NFTs. Well, they better, I think if they're FOMO into random NFTs on Ethereum, they might FOMO into something that's relevant to them on Bitcoin. That's my line of thinking anyways. Okay? Oh yeah, I got to show this one, bro. I got Floyd Mayweather. He's a big Bitcoin guy. He be talking about Bitcoin, you know, and he got money. And he's very, what you call it, audacious, so to speak, where like he would want this. He's that type of guy that would want it. So again, I'll stop talking about what I have, but it's not what I have. I'm trying to give you guys some ideas on your own that you could formulate, and you could go get yours. Because like I used to tell my guys in the last bull run, I don't like to go to the club alone. It's not that fun. I like to go party with like 10, 20, 30 of my friends. You know what I'm saying? I like to make games with you guys. I don't like to go to the club alone. So I love it.
There is another question from Marcus. You already touched it, I think.
Dev's like, calm down, bro. Sorry? Calm down. Okay, go ahead.
No, I just want to catch up with the question before they slip away. Marcus is saying, what do you think about the .btc and the .xpt? I know you already touched it on the live stream, but maybe you can just...
Yeah, sorry about that live stream. I got disconnected there, overheat. The phone was overheated. Yeah, so XBT and .btc, those are the two in question, in query? Yeah?
Yes, correct.
Look, man, I like Stacks a lot. I really do, that blockchain. And that's where .btc's reside. Hey, go for it. You know, nothing's wrong with that because, you know, it's technically not on Bitcoin. Like, it depends on what you like. Are you trying to resell? Is this for memorabilia for you to keep, like a trophy? Like, what's your intent, right? It depends on all of those things. If you like how .btc looks over .sats, right? If that's your flex, and everybody knows what BTC is Bitcoin. You know, everybody should know what sats is, but, you know, some people may not. They recognize BTC more than .sats. So if you're flexing, you want to be recognized more, go for .btc. The .btc, I believe Hyrule Wallet does support sending Bitcoin to that digital property, the name. You know, so if it was bob.btc, you could send Bitcoin to bob.btc. So if that's what you're into, go ahead. That protocol is not really developed as yet, I don't believe. I think Ordinals Wallet was talking about it. Maybe it's already live, I don't know. But yeah, it depends on what you want to get out of this. Do you want to resell it? I wouldn't say .btc is your go-to right now, because that's like been like ringed out. You know what I mean? All the water has been wringed out of the towel, bro. That's been squeezed, and yeah, a lot of people pretty much milked it. So just depends on what your goal is. If it's to resell, not .btc. If it's to flex, then go get it. If you want something that's on Bitcoin, that's not .btc. Now XBT, to me, that's trash. And I like Ordinal's wallet. I like the team there. It's nothing personal, but you're asking me a question. I got to give you my honest opinion. I think that's trash. I don't want none to do with XBT. And I hope this doesn't upset them. I don't give a fuck if it upsets Ordinal's wallet, but I'm just saying. To me, I already explained this. I believe in the earlier days of this Ordinal craze that took place, like, say, early March, Ordinal's wallet was getting most of the love in terms of the following on Twitter. And they still are on Twitter. They're still very prominent and doing their thing. But they're getting a lot of the transaction fees as well, because the art was the ones that was being traded the most, because these other things were just like not even invented until people tapped into it, right? And then when .sats names came about and BRCs came about, then BRCs blew up, right? Unisat started to take over, and Ordinal's wallet went from like this amount of transaction fees to this amount. And they're like, holy shit, what are we going to do? So they had a little team huddle, and now .sats domains is popping. And this is business. This will always happen in business. You'll see ups and downs and this and that. You have to iterate on the fly. And I salute them for that. But what they came up with, XBT, to me, I'm not going to use the word money grab, but it's to me, it's trash. It's like an influencer shilling you some bullshit and trying to fuck you and, you know, get you to get it. That's all. Because I think they're making the money off of that. You know, if you want to resell XBT, good fuck XBT, whatever the fuck it is, good luck. You're going to be stuck with those bags. Trust me. Okay, it's going to be like an unstoppable domain. Okay, they came out like about 3-4 years ago. People are still holding those bags. There's no market there. Well, there is a market there, but on OpenSea, but nobody gives a shit about it. So, not my deal. I think that's on Bitcoin though, so you know it's decentralized in that regard, but it's a derivative. I'm not about the derivatives. You know, I'm about the real deal. Are you holding wrapped Bitcoin? Well, it's not a derivative, but you know, I'm holding Bitcoin, not WBTC. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm holding .sats, not XBT, not .pepe, none of that crap. I'm about making money. I'm a capitalist, right? The right way, the fair way, the honest way, where I can look myself in the mirror and feel good of what I did today for myself, my family, and for my people. You know what I'm saying? My followers, right? My community members. That's how I like to do things, and I don't think XBT is going to do that. That's just me. Hope that answers your question. What else we got?
Yeah, there is Preston Gordon. Is anyone heard of SAT phrases? I don't know what you mean about this. SAT phrases?
I have never heard of SAT phrases. Unless you mean seed phrase. What is it? Tell me. Could you spell it out? Don't do that.
You can just paste it in the comments.
Just let me see what you're talking about. Just paste it in the comment section. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah.
No. Jeffrey Uduagele asks, do you see having a DEX like Uniswap anytime soon?
Anytime soon? Look, there's a project out there. Let me go ahead.
Not say the name.
Dude, there's a project out there. What's it called, Dev? Could you're in front of the computer there. What's the name of it? What's
BitDEX? BitDEX?
Yeah. It's called BitDEX or some shit. They did a freaking a pre-sale.
BITX.
Yeah, and they did BITX. They did a pre-sale, right? One of my community members tagged me in it, and they said, "Hey, TCL, Francis, my former brand was the Crypto Lifestyle." They said, "Hey, what do you think about this?" Right? And you tagged me, so I'm going to give you my opinion. Just like somebody asked me, "What do you think of XBT?" Well, I'm going to give you my opinion, and my opinion on that is, I got distracted over there, Dev. Sorry. Say the question again. Something just popped up, a message. My bad, guys. I got you.
Yes. Do you see having a DEX like Uniswap anytime soon?
Yeah. I'm gonna text you something. I'm gonna text you something now, Dev. No. Yeah, no. Okay. Something messed up just happened. So sorry, guys. Yeah, so that project now, they raised money. Okay, they said their hard cap was what, 10 fucking Bitcoin?
Well, no, initially they say 9.
9 Bitcoin. And how much did they end up raising when it's all said and done?
29?
29 Bitcoin. Okay, so your hard cap is 9, but then you raise it to 20 fucking Bitcoin extra. To me, that's red flaggish. Number one. Number two, number two should be number one. Why are you talking about that? How you can make this swap DEX all of a sudden? When did they start talking about this, Dev? When did you say January, February, March, April, May 13th? May 13th, right? May 13th.
It was
they
just 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Just 2-3 weeks ago, they start talking about they could be a DEX. What the hell? Like, that's very suspicious to me. I have strong suspicion to believe that you're a fraud. Okay? Those are signs of frauds. Now, are they a fraud? I can't say for certain. I hope they're not. A lot of people did invest into it. But for you to come to market now on May 13th to say, oh, I could do a Bitcoin DEX, where were you 4, 5, 6 months ago, like Alex Lab, who was telling us they are building a Bitcoin DEX before BRC20 tokens, right? There was another project. What's that project, that exit scam that said they could do a fucking Bitcoin something? BitSwap or some shit. BitSwap.
Yeah, BitSwap.
BitSwap. Yeah. Right? Oh yeah, we can do a BitSwap. And I mentioned that. I said, man, I don't know about this one. People are talking about it. I don't know about it. Why weren't you telling us this before? So it goes back to that same line of thinking. I smell something fishy about them, and I'm not buying a word of what they're saying. You know what I mean? So that's that. Now, could that be possible? Again, Bitcoin does not have smart contracts to actually automate these things, but partially signed transactions could probably be something that could facilitate that. Will that ever happen? Bro, we never expected Bitcoin to have domains on it. We never thought it could have fungible tokens. We never expected it to have NFTs, right? Ordinals, right? So just when we think we know it all, you know the saying goes, right? True wisdom is knowing how little you know. If you think you know it all, you know nothing. So just when we think we know it all, boom, Taproot comes and shows us, well, how about that, right? So maybe things might change in the future. Another Bitcoin upgrade? I don't know. But yeah, I'm just very aware of any project come to market right now telling us they could do that, because the already existing leaders in this space, in this industry, would have already told us they're building that a long time ago. So be very, very careful and wary of any new face coming to market. Oh yeah, and the guy, when I told my community member, a bitch boy, was it Dutch boy? One of those guys, Bit Dutch boy. I said, bro, it looks shady AF. The owner comes right away of the project. Oh, coming from an influencer, I would have paid you more, buddy. I would pay you to chill. Well, you guys know he clearly doesn't know me. I don't do paid reviews, number one. And number two, I'm not like you, buddy. I didn't show up yesterday asking people for 29 Bitcoin. I've been in the space, freaking public face in this space for the past 6 years. My reputation's already there, so don't come with me with that shit. And for a guy to come and lash out like that, that's, to me, is scammy as shit. The comment section is a bunch of let's LFG, rockets, moon phase, smiley face. So freaking shady, So to answer your question, I think if there were to be one, it probably would be a scam right now. Straight up. I hope those guys could pull it off. But, buddy, they probably are a scam. They probably are a scam. Let's see what happens. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, the only good hope that you can have at this point, wait a second, is that even if they don't come up, you can ride the hype and you are able to sell the token if they release the token. So that's the good thing that you can see on that. But let's move on. There is Wilmer Fuentes. Are you minting any BRC20 token? Doji BRC20 selling for 0.5 cents. What's your opinion on that?
What's the name of the ticker, sorry?
So it's DOGI.
DOGI?
DOGI BRC20 selling for 0.50 cents. He's asking about any BRC20 token, if you have any takes on that.
So for me personally, what I could tell you is this. This is on the market he's talking about? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't normally buy things on the market. I do mints. I try to get at the lowest price possible. There will be certain ones that I will buy on the market, that's very exceptional. But for the most part, I don't go at prices that are already fucking 50x, bro. People ask me about OXBT. Oh, Francis, did you get any on the market? Fuck no. Why the fuck would I do that? To get dumped on? Like didn't it dump recently a little bit?
Yeah.
Somebody was saying it was dumping.
Sure.
Why the fuck am I going to go buy something that I know it's going to have a retrace? Now, you know, they got a guy behind it. You know, I think he's doing a great job and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, that was the hype. On to the next hype train. That's how the industry works, bro. You know? So don't get married, bro. Don't get married or else you're going to be stuck with some bags. So, you know, somebody's going to say, hold these bags. And they're going to be like, give it to me. And you're like this forever. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Take your damn profits.
Yeah, there is meme lord. Say rush to go back to the actual DEX and the possibility to have a DEX on that. Say Rockstock RSK launched a smart contract on Bitcoin in 2018. Transactions are finalizing by the Bitcoin miners. They just need some marketing help.
What? Send me the project's information then. Yeah, I'll look into them. That's interesting. See, now that's interesting. If that is factual, that they were working on this thing in 2018, that's something I'll look into. Yeah. That's something I'll look into. For sure. Guts just joined us, says, yo, SRC. Yeah, I'm not into the SRC game. Again, as I said, man, I'm not dealing with derivatives, guys. You know, I'm dealing with the first one, you know. I'm dealing with that gold standard one, so to speak. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we went over everything. Is there any more questions, Dev? Anybody has any other questions?
Well, there is just a question, but it's more, Rick Ford is saying, seen this pop up on Twitter. Any word about the META Brc?
META Brc. Is it a mint that's approaching? Guys, listen to me, man. Listen to me. Every one of you right now who's live, or if you're watching the replay, listen to me. Do not buy too many BRCs once they go live onto the market. Not too many. You're going to get fucking wrecked. Trust me. Get the mint and be very selective with the ones you get on the aftermarket, okay? Nobody's going to tell you this shit on YouTube, okay? Believe me, okay? Not many. There are some. Listen, if you're going to buy one on the market, make sure it has a couple of utility, or at least one good utility, okay? Make sure. Or if not, get the mint. That's it. Other than that, bro, you're going to get screwed. Okay? Coming from a guy. I'm one of y'all, bro. I'm just a dude on the internet. Believe you me, you will get wrecked. What else we got?
Yeah, there is Preston Gordon. Say, my big brother is the founder of RSS, the Rare Satoshi Society. You should link, bro. Super cool. Can with much to offer and collaboration also.
Yeah, look, man. I don't have... Listen, bro. I'm a very easygoing guy, Preston. Tell your big brother I said what's up. There was just one thing that was taking place that we didn't really appreciate that happened a long time ago. It's water under the bridge. I think they started to promote on one of our comment section, you know. Like I kind of like look at that as I have my competitor. I'm downtown Toronto. I got my building, you know, TCL Productions or Trendsetter Ventures, right? I got my towering building, skyscraper, and next to me is another competitor, right? Same towering building. And then I said, you know what, screw that guy. And then in the middle of the night, I go and I spray paint, you know, Trendsetter Ventures for life. And then I went. That's how I felt. You know what I mean? But again, it's water under the bridge. It is what it is. And yeah, we could do something. I'm all about that. It's all good. Look, I have a lot of respect. I could, like, in the normie crypto market, it's very hard for me to get along with many people because they're all fucking fake. They're all fucking shills. Not all, but 90% of them are all fake and shilly. They're talking like freaking news anchors, reading teleprompters, all fake. You know what I mean? They need you to get them rich, right? I do it the other way. I find gems the way you guys could. I don't need a crowd so I could do a paid review on a BitGet or a fucking stake or some shit. See what I'm saying? So I can't really get along with much people in that market. But in the ordinal side, I find myself talking to a lot of cool people. You know? Swapski, who's going to be on the program tomorrow. And that is going to be one of the next projects going on Luminex. And maybe we might have some whitelists for y'all. Make sure you keep it locked, keep it loaded. Like, subscribe, comment, bell notifications, or else you might miss some life-changing gains. I can't say this. Or maybe we should just talk about FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. I don't know. What do you guys rather?
Very progressive.
But yeah, no, tell your big bro I said what's up, and yeah, we could do some. Let's see what's up. That's all good. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining, Preston. Okay.
There's one last one. Ashok Technical is saying,
sorry, Deb, let me just answer this question. Gio E says, what do you think about Pixel Meme selling for less than the mint? Okay. Again, I would say this. Pixel Pixel memes, I think people were selling less than the mint is because of you know, the experience they had with ORDKIT. It was a disaster. Okay, it was a disaster. They thought they sold out, but then they didn't. They're supposed to have bot prevention. Apparently they didn't, because of there's about something around 2,000 ordinals were pretty much obtained by bots, I believe, and they thought it was sold out. So now memes had to burn some. So I think it was kind of a hassle, a mishap that took place, and people lost patience, and they said, you know what, screw this. They just want some money back. You know, it's unfortunate, and it's not Pixel Meme's fault. I mean, like, some people are giving him some blame because he chose them. Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, it's not his website. He didn't create it. And look, if he was at fault, I'll tell you guys straight up, I don't give a shit. You know, I'm about, like, reality over here, bro. You know, so, but I gotta give it to him. It's not his fault. It was just unfortunate. If he went on Luminex, we'll be talking about a different story right now. You know, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure that would fade away, and you know, his thing will kind of be at a respectful floor price, you know, when it's all said and done. You know, listen, that guy's a hustler. That guy's a leader, man. I can't stress that enough. I really can't. That guy is on it. One of the hardest workers in this field, bro. Give it up to him. I gotta give him his respect. And as I said, I don't get along with much people, you know, in the normal crypto markets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of that shit. But in BRCs and ordinals, bro, it's like fams. It really is.
Absolutely. So there is Jeffrey with Wargalis. It's getting really hard to get whitelisted right now. Is there any plan on that? As I think it's speaking about the PSAT. So again, we have, I think, Francis, you have one whitelist going on Twitter. We have one on Twitter from the Sats Hunter. I think Thomas already drew those. We had on the ordinals, for the ordinal Sats Hunters NFT on Discord, also a whitelist spot. So maybe I think they already run the raffle, but for the next time, you know, make sure that you can actually join our Discord group. There is always opportunity there. So you just need to hold an ordinals NFT, and we're gonna always drop some interesting project.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I mean, one of the opportunities is knowing somebody that, you know, that's somewhat connected, right, in this field. And, you know, we're working on something that we're going to try to see what we could get for you guys in the future, right? You know, and this is the first step towards that goal. I believe that how, again, the market is directed and shifting towards launchpads right now. Now, let's talk about the launchpads. Look, man, you got to be a realist in this game. There's pros and cons to everything. That's life. Yin, yang, you know, good and bad permanence to the universe, okay? But let's talk about this here. I don't want to get too exaggerated. But, you know, let's talk with the pros. Well, the pros right now with launchpads are you won't have to worry about being front-run. You won't have to worry about you doing a mass inscription, right, for like whatever it is, 100 transactions in one shot to get 1,000 mints per one, right, to get 100K, right? Losing about $800 of Bitcoin for nothing, right? You don't have to worry about that, okay? You should be able to get guaranteed if you're being whitelisted. All these things, that's great. But let's talk about the cons. The cons is now, this is what people are saying too, and I fully agree. The cons now is it becomes centralized. Why? Because now it's like there's team tokens. Well, now let's set aside for certain people now. They're choosing now. It's not that decentralized. Is it a fair launch? It's not a fair launch. So I don't know. For me, at the end of the day, people probably don't give a shit about that, and I could see why. It's like if they're making money, they're making money. But there's pros and cons to everything. Weigh it out. What do you value the most? I think most people want gains. And launchpads are giving gains. So pick your poison, man. You can't have it your way, right?
Yeah. I mean, another factor, I mean, we could know. Like BRC20 was like the crazy DeFi from 2020 was a different animal, but is probably it might happen the same things on Bitcoin DeFi. So what is also the good and upside for the launchpad is that you're not minting random things that you don't know what you're actually minting. You actually, you know, you have a more underlying fact that you know what you actually mint, and you know the project, you know that there is somebody that is developing behind the scene. So that's a huge factor. But maybe you need to give up a little bit of this decentralized, you know.
That's it.
So there is always that risk.
There's trade-offs.
So yeah, exactly.
Yeah. With the, like if somebody tries to solve one problem in technology or in crypto rather, it kind of like creates another problem. You know what I mean? They solve one problem, but they create another problem. So centralization then, right? That's what we're talking about here, or not fair launch. But for me, again, let's not be whiny bitches over here. Like, you know, let's admit, right? Remember when, what's his name? Jack Levin did that vampire thing, whatever? dude, the transactions were ridiculous. It was like $15 or something, right? And people lost money. Like, when I say lost money, not that they got their ordinal or their BRC20 and it didn't do well. Like, they went to pay for it, and at the time, they got front run and they lost $800 to the miners. That's literally losing your money. So now this solves that. But then now people are bitching about, well, it's centralized, this and that. Okay, well, go ahead and lose your 800. What do you want, bro? You know, like, people are complaining about Alex. Oh, well, it's layer 2. Well, fuck. Go lose your Bitcoin on mass mints, bro. Like, instead of you bitching and whining, at least people are actually trying to build something instead of going on Twitter and fucking bitching about it like, oh, you know what? Make no sense to me. People out there trying, man. Appreciate that. And they're doing this for you, for the same people who are complaining. You know, you can't make everybody happy, bro. There's too many people in this world. That's one thing I've learned.
No, exactly, and to not forget that the Launchpad also offers, if the Launchpad has a good reputation, meaning a good reputation, what is it? If the project is decent, it make gains, then it gain reputation, then gain popularity, that actually, you know, more eye on it for the project that they want to have exposure. They're gonna go to this Launchpad. The Launchpad is gonna have his holders and his people. So it's all a chain of events. But in this chain of event, more in a Bitcoin DeFi, you give up a little bit the decentralization of BRC20, because BRC20 doesn't need a smart contract, doesn't need all these kind of things. And by doing so, you need to compromise a little bit, at least until there come another solution that is going to actually solve all this, although it's very difficult.
All I could say is this, bro. All I can say is this. If you guys think the best has passed already, you are delusional. You know, because the best is still yet to come, in my humble opinion, bro. You know, like, don't get me wrong, like, it's going to be hard to beat Ordi 10,000x, but when I say the best is to come, I think there's going to be a big wave of opportunities still to come in the summertime, man. You know, like July, maybe August, maybe even late June. So I'm being prepared for that, and I got my ear to the ground too. Sorry, I saw something here from somebody who asked, about Pulsechain. Somebody says something about Pulsechain. What do you think of it? Well, it's exactly where I thought it was going to be, bro. Go look at my prediction. I said it's going to dump at launch. People's like, there's no liquidity. How could it dump? Well, go look at it. It dumped. You know, well, not dump, but, you know, the Pulse X went to, like, whatever it is, at point, whatever it's at. And Pulsechain did, I think, what? Almost 2.5x at the high, and now it's come back down. I call that, bro. Go check my damn video.
Well, I mean, if you look the historical event of all this layer 1 and launch, it's been always the same thing.
I should make a video
dump,
on this.
Then you have drama.
Bro, I'm telling you, I should make a video on this. My top 10 predictions. You guys are your jaw is going to fall to the ground. I said Pulsechain Pulse X is going to dump, and in 2 years it's going to be at a respectable price. I said Hex will dump the moment Pulsechain goes live. That happened. I told you guys back in early January, February, March that somebody will hit 100x on BRC20 tokens. When there is no Unisat, when there is no BRC20 Dash.io, when there was no interest, when there was nothing, bro. I never thought it was going to be this guy, though. I said somebody's going to hit 100x on BRC20 tokens when there was no infrastructure built, bro. No price, no marketplace, nothing. I said that happened. You know? And dude, so many things.
Same things for the .sat domain.
.sats domains, right? Another thing. Another one right there. I said everyone's going to be talking about this in the future. It's early. Bro, I forget about all the things that I come to market and tell people about, bro. I'm just too fucking good. I'm sorry. Yes, I have to flex because I am that good. I really am, you know? And we'll end the stream on that note. So, just make sure you got it locked and loaded to the right channel. Be careful who you be watching because it's all about what information you got in your brain. That's going to dictate your thoughts, and your thoughts dictates your decisions. So make sure you are watching the right people. Guys, tomorrow this Launchpad is going live, and I think this is going to be the next big gainer. We're talking about PSAT Satoshi Punks, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you get yours, and if you don't got yours, be a Sats Hunters holder, because we do give away whitelist to particular projects like this that are of utmost quality. So you know what? Ain't really much left to say other than, till the next video, you're on your own. Later.
Cheers, guys.